Yeah. Woo! East, you did it again, baby. Come on. Yeah. I'm like, my nickname is Flame Flame, won't never change, I ain't the same. Turned up, they down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke, still high, stay pumped. Provident, no car note, push your Benz, Mac coat. Top down, downtown, flame, flame, surround sound. Turned up, they down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke, still high and I stay pumped. Provident, no car note, push your Benz, Mac coat. Top down and I'm downtown, flame, flame, surround sound. Yeah, I'm a fiend for the beat. Revving drunk on with the heat. They blazing to it in the street. Got them woke before they was sleep. Questions all up in my DMs. They talking to me like I'm one of their friends. Asking how to get verified. They don't get a check, they traumatized. I don't get a check.
Yo, what's good? You already know it's your girl, Shelly Shell in the building. I love this show so much. I love Thursdays. It's my favorite day of the week. You already know that. Because we get to connect and meet somebody different in the community and just come together a little bit. Today, I am so excited about today's guest. I'm going to try to control myself. Please put your hands together. If you're at home, wherever you at, you know what I'm saying, put your hands together for the legend, Mocha.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming, man. I've been trying to get you on the show. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, man. How was your day?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Working.
You working?
Regular day, yeah.
Working it out?
Mm-hmm.
You seem like you be making a lot of moves, and you just like, I'm just going to wait till it just all blow up.
I just work hard, and I feel like in the end it's going to pay off.
It's going to pay off.
Yeah.
I feel that. What did you do this week? This weekend? What was your weekend like?
This past weekend, I did a show in Vegas. And then, of course, my regular work week is working my regular job Monday through Friday.
Okay. I went to a drive-in.
No.
Yeah. Hillman Grad hosted a drive-in right here at USC.
How was it?
It was good. We saw Set It Off.
Oh, okay.
Perfect
movie.
Right? What's your favorite? Give me your favorite Set It Off scene.
I think the rooftop scene.
Oh, when she started looking like Sugar Bear?
Yeah. That's probably my favorite.
I don't know. I think I can't pick a scene. I think it's everything for me. It took everything for me not to dress up like Cleo when I went to go to, like, I really want to do that because I'm goofy like that.
Yeah.
But I like the scene where Vivica's working with him and she like, how can y'all stand this trash?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even, you know what I mean? She was like, I can't get with this.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. So, I found this out, which was very interesting. You told me you're not from the West Coast.
No, not at all. I'm born in Washington, D.C., and raised in Providence, Rhode Island, which, when I mention that, most people don't even know what that is.
Right, like
all my family is back east.
Right.
Yeah.
What y'all eat over there? What y'all eating? What y'all eating over there? Like,
We eat regular food, but I will say, living in Rhode Island, I experienced a lot of eating like Cuban food, Puerto Rican food, Dominican restaurants, Jamaican food, that type of stuff.
okay.
I will say the food is definitely better.
I hear that a lot, that East Coast food. And I say, like, I don't even dispute that. I say, in my opinion, the West Coast is for ambiance, scenery.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And then if you want to eat good,
You're gonna go
south
home
or
and
east.
gain a couple pounds. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Don't do it. Don't eat over here. But you can look at a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But, all right, so you got some East Coast in you. That's interesting. How long you been in L.A.?
I've been here since I was a teenager.
Oh, okay.
I moved out here with my mom, and then my mom passed away when I was 16 years old.
Right.
So I went back to the East Coast for a couple of years, and then first chance I got, I was back out here.
Right. Oh, my condolences.
Thank you.
What was that like for you, losing your mom at such a young age?
Definitely very hard. It's still hard dealing with it now at times, but I will say it made me a much stronger person. Like, I wouldn't be here if I hadn't went through that. Like, anything that I go through now is nothing in comparison, so I know there's nothing that I can't get through.
Right. No, I feel that. What side do you like better, East Coast or West Coast?
Depends on what we talking about. If we talking about food, I'm gonna say
Okay,
the East Coast because I'm fat.
said.
But if we talk about the weather, that's one of the reasons I would never move back to the East Coast.
Right.
I don't like the cold.
Yeah, I mean, LA, like I said, scenery. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Sunshine, beach. You can't get that.
No snow.
No
All
snow.
of that.
I felt bad. Like I've been feeling so bad. People's houses are frozen. Like, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm
happening in Texas. That's sad.
It's sad. Like everywhere, and I'm so bougie. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my house. It's 68 degrees. I'm like, turn the heater off. Turn the heater off. I'm like, yo, I'm with the hoodie, with the blanket, like. So okay, East Coast. What about people? You like East Coast people versus West Coast people?
East Coast people are friendlier for sure, in my opinion. And I get a lot of people that'll tell me from my demeanor after having the first or second conversation with me that they could tell I'm not from here. Most of the people that I've encountered that are natives are not very friendly when they don't know. And by friendly, I mean just walking down the street, somebody smiling at you, or coming out somewhere and you hold the door for somebody. Like, that's just naturally instilled in me, but I don't see that a lot out here.
Oh, man, we not holding the doors out here? We stopped? I didn't know we was rude as fuck like that. We just letting doors slam on niggas out here? Okay. No, but that is real, though. I think that West Coast, I don't know why it's like that, but when I went down south, they're so friendly, it felt like family. Everybody felt like family.
Hospitality, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, you're not going to get that in L.A. Mm-mm. Like, that's knock that off. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what's up. You're a legend, right, in the game, because... I
don't say that, but...
hey, listen. Put stamp of approval on this one. You are a legend in the game. You have, like... as a dancer, you have a way of just commanding the whole room, right?
Thank you.
You know, when you come out, it's just like, other people come out, you know, I don't know, it just be like a lot. You know, like it be just a lot. Like, this is not what I came for, all of this. I came for a good time, but you come in, it's always, and like I have memorized maybe the walk-in. Okay,
you're not the only one. There's people that tell me that all the time.
I ain't even gonna lie, I'm gonna be totally vulnerable here. I've memorized the entrance. It's one of the coldest entrances in the game. Like, it's the biggest build-up. You be like, oh, let me change up. Let me get my change together. This shit is like right. So you've been dancing for a while. What was your first attraction to the nightlife?
You mean like exotic dancing?
Yeah, exotic dancing, yeah.
To be honest with you, it started off as more of a survival thing. Mm-hmm. Like I said, my mom passed away at a young age. Once I graduated high school, I was working 3 jobs. Right. Got my own first place, but working 3 jobs, I still couldn't afford to buy furniture, like living room furniture. And it was just like, this can't be what life is like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Still going to college, working for LA Unified, odd jobs on the side. Eventually, my first roommate, we just sat in the living room on the floor one day and was just like, if you do it, I'm going to do it. I'm not going without you.
Right. We got to do it together.
And she was like, well, my name's going to be Cappuccino. Everybody knows her. That's my
sister. Right.
And I was just like, I started off like, okay, if you Cappuccino, I'm going to be Mocha Latte.
You was Mocha Latte?
I was. And then eventually it was like, okay, that's too long. We're just going to have to cut it short.
To Mocha. Okay, yeah, because I always wanted to know, like, was it, because it's funny because the name fit y'all both. Like skin complexion, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just perfect. I always wonder how you came up with that Mocha Latte. Yeah, I'm glad you dropped that latte.
Yeah, absolutely.
That latte was not necessary.
Yeah. And then the dancing part of it I've been a dancer all my life. Mm-hmm. Tap dancing, ballet dancing, growing up. Tap dancing. Doing dancing for local rap artists, local showcases, music videos, and stuff like that. So that part of it was easy.
Right.
It was the part of like, okay, now I got to go out here in my bikini.
Right.
Am I ready for this?
Right.
But yeah.
And walk me through that first night. Like, what was that like? That first Mocha Latte. It was a Mocha Latte night.
I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. I sat at the bar and took shots of Tanqueray. I was so nervous.
Tanqueray!
The gym, that used to be my drink. And I'm talking about hot. I was just sitting at the bar throwing them back like, I'm so scared. I'm so nervous. Right. Eventually, of course, it became, because you dance, it became second nature to be on the stage by yourself with people just paying attention to you. I still get nervous sometimes now going to venues that I've never been before, but that's just...
Yeah.
Unfamiliar territory.
Right. I have pre-performance anxiety too. Like, before anything, I'm like feeling like I'm about to die. Yeah. Like, you know. That's interesting. Like, and I brought up we talked yesterday on the phone. We were talking about like Players Club and like that weird character, the dude who followed her home. Have you had any situations like that where?
I definitely have had the stalker situation. I have to go to the police and do a report. I had a really bad situation without going too much into detail, but it was like this person in their mind had a whole relationship with me.
Yeah.
Had never seen me outside of the club.
Wow.
But it was like you telling people that used to be my girlfriend and she did this and she did that. And it was really, really scary. For a long time, I'm talking about for some years, like she would disappear and then all of a sudden appear and come back. But it got so uncomfortable to where it was like if I was at a venue and she showed up, I had to leave. I'm not staying.
Wow.
Because she would follow me outside to my car. Thank God I haven't experienced that in a while, and I hope I never do again.
Right.
Yeah.
And what ways have you learned to protect yourself from things like that? I mean, because that has got to be terrifying.
Most times, I don't go anywhere by myself when I'm performing unless it's like a club or a venue that I know and that I know the other performers that are there, and I know the security guard's gonna walk me to my car and things like that. And I'm definitely more observant of my surroundings. And at the first indication that I feel something uncomfortable, I'm not waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm just out.
You have a strong intuition?
Oh, yeah.
You got to, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
and even if it's wrong, okay, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
No, facts. Like, and what about, like, you have a crew that you run with? Or, like, is it, like for protection? Do you guys...
Not now. Back in the day, I did. You know what I mean? I had a group of friends that went with me everywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? As you get older, people pan off and do their own things. They start families, they have kids, you know what I mean, and they do their own thing. So now at this age, and just because I've been doing it so long, for the most part, not necessarily a crew. I have probably less than 5 real friends, but at some point one of them is with me.
Right. You don't need a lot. I mean, you really don't. You need some good ones.
Exactly.
Quality
over quantity.
Over any time, except for dollars.
Absolutely.
No, but that's interesting that you say that.
So none of my friends like, I protect you. She heard me say that.
Thank you. Please do that because
hi Cam. Thanks.
Right. It is a danger, right? Being in the business as well. What would be something that you would tell somebody that's getting ready to come into the business? What would be some advice for like protection or just
protection advice? Like I said, don't go anywhere by yourself. When you get booked for these private parties, you definitely not just showing up by yourself. You don't know these people. And what's really sad is what I'm hearing a lot right now is that girls are going to go do parties, and when they leave, people are robbing them, people that were at the party. So for me now, I don't do parties unless it's somebody that I know or somebody that I know is booking me and I know they're going to be there, and I'm having this whole conversation about my safety and I feel assured before I go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
it's sad.
It's like you can't, like, I mean, sheesh, you know?
Yeah.
So other than that, what have you learned, like what has dancing taught you as far as business goes?
It's definitely taught me, I wish I knew back then what I know now as far as saving my money and investing.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say, you definitely spend a lot on stuff that you don't need. But now it's definitely taught me to look towards the future, and it's not just, I made this. When you're a dancer, you have that mentality of quick money.
Right.
So it's like if I spend this, it don't matter. I'm going back to work tomorrow, and I'll make it back.
Right.
You got to get out of that mentality to realize, you're gonna go back and make it back. But what did you use what you made tonight for?
Right.
What do you have to show for that before you go back and make some more?
That money is too good to be sensible.
But it's not consistent.
Right.
So that's why you have to start to have that mentality.
But then, like, you can make it consistent, though, or...
Not necessarily, because the game is just different.
Okay.
To be honest with you, especially, like we were talking yesterday, and I was telling you, there are not very many urban LGBT clubs anymore like there used to be back in the day.
Right.
So it's not necessarily, like, make it consistent. It's like, now you got to find other places to work. A lot of times now, I dance with the male dancers. So it'll be a male review, and then they'll just ask me to come dance. But because that's what's available right now. That's what's out there right now. There's nothing for our community in the urban community anymore. Right.
And I know we did talk about that. So how would you like to change that? Like if we had a mocha latte club, what would be the vibes?
Well, I actually have had. I've thrown 4 events thus far. None this year, but of course due to COVID, the past 2 years. And the vibe of my club was more of just like come out and have fun. We're not having that fighting or none of that politics or drama. It's a good time. I was trying to get actually all 4 events. I had new faces, new dancers for people to see, and just everybody come out and have a good time like we used to back in the day. That's the feeling that I was trying to bring back. I enjoyed them too, actually. I got a lot of good feedback from people that they were just like they had a good time, and people ask me all the time like, when is the next one?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to continuing to do that.
It definitely is a market for it because, I mean, if you could provide the right environment, I mean, we know how to come together, have a good time, and turn up, you know what I'm saying, and go home. Right. Like, especially at this age. Like,
absolutely.
It's, like, I can see when we was, like, at the hole in the wall back in the day.
Ooh, we used to be out till the sun came up.
Listen. I remember just, like, leaving, and it was, like, especially the one on Normandy. Mm-hmm. I lived on Normandy in 79. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I lived on Normandy in 79. So it was nothing to be at that one until, and it was, like, after hours.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning, you walking out, like...
That was probably one of my favorite clubs to dance at. And most people would be like, why? It was started at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was in the hood. It was. But I felt the safest there with the people that ran the club, the security that was there. Like, regardless of what happened in there, I knew I was always good. It was like family.
It did have a good vibe. It was better to me than the one. I forgot the name of it. It was like on, I want to say Broadway or Main.
When they moved locations,
it was the same one,
but it was the same people, but they moved because that spot had got shut down, and then it wasn't the same. It never was the same again.
That was not it right there at all. It wasn't like, I didn't like the room of it all either. Like it just didn't hit like that. So okay, I would love to see you doing more events as it opens up. How can somebody that wants to be on your show get on your show?
Hit me, not just necessarily for the show. I also do now where I book other dancers to do parties. A lot of times I get people that call me just because they know I'm in the industry, and because I work during the week, I won't dance during the week. Or it may just be a time where I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And so I have a few girls on my roster that I'll refer the party to. I'll get all the details, book them, and then just send them the information so that they can do that. So anybody that's interested, you can hit me up on my Instagram. It's the number 1 Mocha, Mocha. Just send me a DM, some pictures, and we could talk about it.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely send you some pictures because I need some. You said
you trying to get on the roster.
You said you putting girls on. I'm like, shit. You know, where the stud dancers at? They all.
You know what? We have a lack of those out here, but what I have seen from traveling is that there are a lot of stud performers on the East Coast.
Facts. That's a fact.
Which I'm going to Atlanta in March, so I'm gonna see a couple there. I've seen some in Virginia. I'm gonna go to a show in Virginia. So we don't have as many out here like we used to, but they're still out there for sure.
It's not really like I probably know 2 homies, but even when I used to go to the Hole in the Wall boat, I don't remember seeing like.
No,
I don't remember seeing. I would see the same people for the most part.
Yeah, we probably had like 2 or 3 good stud performers.
I can't even think of one though. Who was that?
We used to have that group. It was 3 of them. ID Clever. They came out. Their show was always pretty good. They were really good dancers, so they always put on a show. Of course, you have King Jr., who was around way before me. That's another stud performer.
I guess I'm not checking for him because I'm like,
you don't know who none of them people are.
If you
I said it was only like 2 or 3.
Yeah, if you name like 2 other ones, I'd be like, okay, it's Apple. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember. Yes.
Well, that's because you was looking at the femme performers. You're not looking at the
Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? I remember some OGs. I used to be like, but I digress. Good times though. That's good. I think you would have a knack for that. What do you look for in dancers when you're trying to book or like put them on your roster?
Well, I definitely have to say this, and when I say this to people, sometimes they look at it as like I'm being too demanding or like I'm bougie, but they have to understand the era that I grew up in. Mm-hmm. When I came into the game, you had performers like Uzi, like Egypt, like Slow Wine. You know what I mean? And these are people that are going to come out, their costume is going to be amazing.
Fire.
Their music is going to be fire. They're going to smell good. They're going to look good. Ain't nobody going out there dancing and taking their shoes off. Ladies, please stop taking your shoes off. That is my
I wasn't going to say it. I didn't want to say it because if I said it, it was going to look like, but I'm glad you said it.
No. So those are the things that I look for. You know what I mean? And sometimes I do get girls that are just starting off. So it's not like I expect you to just get out there and know it. But I want you to put some effort into what you look like. You can't come in here looking a mess and think you're going to make some money. You got to come in here and look like something. Like, even as a customer, if you come in here looking like a bum, I don't want to give you my money.
That's facts. That's facts. I think you should just like open a school.
Somebody mentioned that to me, like I should teach a dancer etiquette class.
Yeah.
I actually would be open to it. The issue is that I think a lot of these young girls coming into the game wouldn't be open to listening. You know, they think they know everything.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You got to get the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the game. That's because, like, I don't know. For me, okay, so I'm the person spending money, right? I don't know what y'all call it. The trick
Customer?
I mean,
No.
all right.
I do not use that terminology.
Okay. Just checking.
Supporter, customer,
supporter. Thank
whatever.
you. Okay. As a supporter,
Yes.
avid supporter, I'm coming in right, and I'm expecting the experience I want. What is sensuality, right? Obviously, I don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't. I like the acrobatic dancers. Like that shit be kind of lit. Like on the pole, like they, like grabbing other poles and stuff like that. But that's not where I spend my. That's not where I throw my dollars. I'm just watching that. Yeah, it is entertaining, but it's a very entertaining. But it's just a different vibe when I don't know. I don't know what that disconnect is when you be like, nah, I want you to be sexy.
Well, I have a lot of people that tell me that. Like, especially now at this age, I'm old now, so I'm definitely not doing no acrobats. I'm not climbing on no pole. I'm not trying. Anything I break is going to take too long to heal. But there are a lot of people that have booked me. I'll have people book me, and they'll tell the person that they have booked me, like, I don't want somebody that's just going to come shake their ass in my face. I want somebody that's going to seduce me. Yeah. And that's what it's supposed to be about, a fantasy. You know what I mean? You're supposed to feel good, and when you leave, you're supposed to be like, in your head, like, I wonder what that would be like. You know what I mean?
I do.
The whole thought of
left
it.
many days of wondering what that would be like. Many times. I was like, yeah. And the crazy thing is like some people are so good that you really do think like, dude, does she really like me? Like, is this real? Are we about to be together? Like,
that's my girlfriend now.
Like, I'm gonna go to the ATM, man. But I wonder if she still likes me without these dollars. Like,
that means she did her job right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Absolutely.
I don't even feel used because I feel like that's what I showed up for. Yeah. I'm playing for a show. Yeah. You know, and I want to be seduced. I want to re-question my relationship. Like,
or not even that. I want to come in and you seduce me so good that I'm about to go home to my girlfriend and we about to have a great time.
Okay. Is that cool? Is that cool? Like,
why not?
Okay.
I mean, here, don't ask me. I'm single. I've been single forever. I'm just saying I feel like that's what it should be like. But don't take relationship advice from me. Nobody.
Well, actually, I mean, being single for a long time requires a lot of discipline. So that's actually, I think single people have good advice because they can be by themselves.
Absolutely.
People are in like serial monogamous relationships. Like, it's like, I'm not, just because you're in a relationship, I'm not about to take advice from you. You've been in several of them.
Like, did you get a chance to know yourself before you jumped into the next one? Absolutely.
So I think you're right on track for advice, being single. And how long have you been single?
7, 8 years.
8 years?
Since about 2014.
Wow.
7, yeah.
How do you feel?
Great.
Amazing.
I love me.
Right?
You know what I mean? It's not to say that I don't eventually want that, and I just feel like if it's God's plan, it's going to happen.
Right.
But I'm not looking for it.
Right.
Because that's how you mess up, and that's how you end up in a wrong situation. When it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen.
That's beautiful.
And if not, I'm just going to end up with a whole bunch of cats.
Cats are lit. First of all, don't shade the cats. Cats are lit. Do you have one right now? You got one?
I don't have any pets.
You're refusing right now?
Yeah.
I'm
not trying to put myself in that situation. I still have hope.
I feel it. But before, when you were dating, what were some challenges that you would have in relationships?
The biggest challenge is finding people that are actually into me and want to get to know Tiffany and not just infatuated with Mocha. Right. And a lot of times, I'll meet people and they want to talk or interested in getting to know me, or so they say, but then everything is about the club, or I'm going to see you at the club, or when are you dancing again, or all the comments that you make towards me are sexual, or something about my body. Like, we're already over-sexualized. Right. So, you know what I mean? You got to come at me with something different. Right. And at the first inclination or sign that you're saying something to me like that too soon, like, you've already messed it up for yourself.
Right. Take notes. That is some weird stuff, like to try to get to know somebody, and then like I was trying to talk to somebody at one point, and it was kind of weird because they were like asking me a lot about like my IG and like Instagram and
Yeah.
pictures, and it was just kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
like it's not what I'm here for. Like I want a genuine connection.
Absolutely.
And especially being over sexualized. Or okay, let me ask you this question: in relationships, right? Is there some mocha there, or is it just like, is it a separate thing?
Probably in the bedroom.
Okay.
For sure. When I'm in a relationship and really into somebody, oh, absolutely.
Right.
You probably gonna get that whole show and be like, wait, Mocha never did that either. Where'd this come from?
Okay.
But in my opinion, like Mocha is, and I don't like talking about myself in third person, but that's the performer. That's the person when they come to the club. That's just cool with everybody. Tiffany is actually more of like a quiet person. I'm laid back, huge tomboy. I'm not into like all of this, the makeup and all of that definitely wasn't me. I just started doing it recently. Like I'd rather be in some basketball shorts and a beater, chilling.
That's an outfit.
Yeah.
No, but that's cool though. That's real though. Like that's hella comfortable. I like basketball shorts and a beater too.
Yeah.
So okay, let's get to know Tiffany then.
Okay.
We've talked about Mocha a little bit. And I do feel like Mocha is like one of your superpowers though. So like I think that's dope.
I like that. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah, that's definitely one of your superpowers. So I'm glad that Mocha exists and you allow us to experience her. A lot of people don't get to know Tiffany.
Right.
I remember, I think one time, I'm going to even put myself on blast. I think I was in your DMs and I said something. You was like, how about Tiffany? And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, sorry.
I don't even remember.
I'm one of those. I had to like walk away like, oh, damn, I'm one of those. I didn't know what to say. I was trying to say something. So we're going to play a game called This or That. I'm going to name two things. Tell me which one you would prefer. All right. Or which one you are more close to. Tiffany. Mm-hmm. Hopeless romantic or savage? Neither.
I mean, because I wouldn't call myself a hopeless romantic because it's not like I'm just like, oh, I gotta have love. I need it. It's gonna happen. But I'm okay with being by myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I love me.
Right.
And it took a lot for me to get to that place. So I'm happy in that space.
Right.
You know how people sometimes are always like being single is lonely. It can be lonely at times, but being in a relationship can be lonely at times.
Man.
You know what I mean? So you would have to probably like literally put me in the middle of that.
Okay. That's healthy. Actually, that's healthy. Beach sunsets or sunrises or picnic in the park?
Picnic in the park.
Okay.
I love food. Anything that has food. You got me.
Okay, if I brought food to the beach, then
we can go there too. I'm a fat ass.
like, wherever the food is. But I hate sand. What about sand?
I don't like sand on my feet. I don't like it in my clothes.
So at the park.
Yeah, at the park.
Okay. Laid up or a physical activity like hiking or
laid up.
Okay.
I'm not going hiking.
Netflix and chill type shit.
Absolutely.
Okay. Morning person or a night person?
Night person. I get up early now and I hate it. I'm still not. I'm going to work and I've been doing it for 10 years, but I still hate getting up in the morning.
Okay. Mexican food or soul food?
Soul food. I don't like Mexican food. I know I'm probably the first black person that y'all have heard say this, but I do not like Mexican food.
Yeah, my heart just got broken.
Soul food. My sister.
You don't want to say you don't like Mexican food, though. Like, you can pick soul food.
Well, so here's the thing. And it's because I'm a picky eater.
Okay.
So I don't eat onions.
Okay.
I don't eat salsa.
Okay.
So it's not like I won't eat Mexican food, but if I get a taco, it's literally going to be meat and lettuce. Like, I'm not going to put nothing else on it.
That's a wrap.
Exactly. I told my friend last night I had a carne asada taco, and I told her it was meat and cheese. She was like, no, you had a quesadilla. I was like, okay.
Whatever. It was Mexican food. All right, last one. Sweet or salty food? Sweet. Yeah. What's your favorite dessert?
Sweet potato pie.
That's a good one. Over pecan pie?
I don't like pecan pie. It's not sweet enough.
Okay. All right. You said you like it sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. Okay. All right. That's a little surface. You know, whoever's watching, like I told you, I did. Sometimes people do fall in love from the show. So I have.
She about to hook me up.
I have been. I did one matchmaking. So look out. But yeah, so you said you've been single for a long time. That's amazing, and that you have um, good attachment to people in relationships. What did you heal from to get you to where you are right now?
Um, I honestly will say I'm not completely healed. I still have issues. Some of my issues stem from my mom passing away at so young. Like I still have I have abandonment issues. I definitely have trust issues, and a lot of that comes from not just past relationships. Again, that goes back to being a dancer. And a lot of times, people will befriend you or want to be around you for their own personal reasons or for what they could benefit. So I've dealt with that a lot. People that are unloyal. You know what I mean? That'll turn their back on you after they've been around you forever. So I definitely have those type of issues. It's gonna take somebody really, and I don't want to say a strong, somebody that's really strong-willed and minded and willing to take that time to realize the issues that I have and willing to take the time to say, well, I'm gonna show you something different.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not gonna rush it. I'll take the time and I'm gonna show you till you get to the point to where you're not worried about it. That's what it's gonna take.
That's what it should be like too. Like, what's your sign?
Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
All right, Aquarius. You know, y'all can be.
What's wrong with us?
Aquarius women. I mean, just the Aquarius women. I don't know Aquarius men like that, but Aquarius women. You know, it's particular shit. Like I be feeling like. Let me see how I can say this.
Spit it out. I won't be
I
offended.
feel like she watching too.
Well, at least I can tell you if I agree or not.
I know. I'm trying to see how. Well, in my experience, and this wasn't even a relationship. This was just a friendship. Aquariuses are very, or she was very particular about how they want things, and like if you don't do that, then not only did you fail, it's just kind of like they don't look at you the same anymore.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest, yeah.
It'd be like, give me a chance.
But at the same time, I'm that way because I'm very vocal. So I'm gonna explain everything to you. I'm gonna tell you everything about me. I'm gonna tell you what not to do because what it's gonna cause me to do. I was like, what is that?
I know, me too. That's Morris, the cat.
So in that situation, when I feel like I'll vocalize it all to you and then you still do it, that's where it becomes no, it's over for you. Because I already told you what's gonna happen in that situation. So if you still do it, that means you didn't care.
Do you think that's like black and white? And like, do you feel like there could be like a gray area when it comes to matters of the heart? Like I think that's such a definite answer, right? Like if you do it again, and maybe I'm just somebody that just go for shit over and over again. But I'm saying,
you be testing the waters, I can tell.
It's not even that. It's just I be trying to you be trying to empathize with a person's situation and like how they think, right? And what they've told you. And you'd be like, okay, I could ascertain that, like, what you've told me about the trauma you've been through, like, I could see how you could have an issue right here. I might have to just, bear with you on this issue.
Right.
Even though I've already vocalized that you got me fucked up. I'll work with you on this. It can't be a whole bunch of different things, though.
Right. Well, yeah, one situation, you know what I mean, is different as opposed to, there's this, I told you this, you do this, you do, you know what I mean?
Right.
Again, I'm happily single. I ain't putting up with all of that. I don't have to. I could be happy by myself.
You do me, right.
But, and again, it goes back to that person that's going to be willing. That's going to be the person that's right for me, the person that's willing to understand those things and not necessarily just say, okay, yeah, she said it, so it's right, but to understand why I am that way or why I feel that way. And who knows, maybe later on down the line, once I have a trust for you and once, you know what I mean, I feel comfortable around you, maybe you could change my perception on that. But you got to get to that point.
Right. Yeah, of course. Relationship deal breakers. What is a deal breaker for you?
Been so long since I've been in one, I don't know. Loyalty and trust are my biggest things, so cheating is probably the biggest deal breaker. Lying.
Yeah.
The normal things that people, for sure. And then I can't be with somebody that's not driven, that wants to do something.
Right.
Even if it's just whatever your little small niches, you got to have some type of...
Some passion.
Yeah.
About
absolutely.
something.
I work hard. I've been working hard for a long time. I have my hands in a lot of things. And I take good care of myself. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take care of nobody else. I don't expect nobody to take care of me.
Right.
But I got a lot going for myself, so you got to be able to bring something to the table, too.
Real talk. What's your top love language? Do you know?
I don't. And people have asked me that all the time.
You don't know
I actually
that?
saw this meme the other day that was like, they're all my love language. And I was like, I kind of agree with that.
Well, they all are, but it like once you take this little test, and the test is really weird. Like the test is not. I think it don't really do much, but you take a test and then it'll tell you like what your top love language is, and it'll go down for like what your least is.
Maybe I need to take that. Maybe I'll find out something about myself.
Yeah, because you could give yourself love in your own love language too. Like mine, I think mine still is like quality time. So I try to make sure I take our time for myself and not be overwhelmed with everybody else shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think the other one is physical touch. Is only one way I can really do that by myself. But
I obviously know all about that.
But I mean, and I just have to keep loving myself. It's my love language. What am I supposed to do?
Nobody is gonna love you better than you love yourself.
No, that's facts. That is a hell of
Somebody
fact.
told me to take the quiz.
I know I should have. You know what? We gonna take a break. We gonna come right back, and we want to learn Mocha's love languages. We gonna be right back. And also, this show is sponsored by. Okay. Also, this show is sponsored. Okay. This show is sponsored by Alexander King Productions. Please check out their productions. 7 is one of a hit. They also have Curious TV, some of my favorites. Shout out to Lex. Thank you so much. Here's a video from our sponsor.
Yeah. Woo! East, you did it again, baby. Come on, yeah. I'm like, my nickname is Flame Flame, won't never change, I ain't the same. Turned up, they down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke, still high, stay pumped. Provident, no car note, push your Benz, Mac coat. Top down, downtown, flame, flame, surround sound. Turned up, they down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke, still high and I stay pumped. Provident, no car note, push your Benz, Mac coat. Top down and I'm downtown. Flame, flame, surround sound. Yeah, I'm a fiend for the beat. Revving drunk on with the heat. They blazing to it in the street. Got them woke before they was sleep. Questions all up in my DMs. They talking to me like I'm one of their friends. Asking how to get verified. They don't get a check, they traumatized. I don't get a check to them boys by. Headed to the bank, dollar I spy. Beats on original. Easto headed to pinnacle. Rob beware, that's cynical. When I treat the track clinical. Give you the boost, truth teller proof. Indie from jump, can't turn me loose. Turned up, never down, I'm up, they stuck. What the got a hot car, that's a fire truck. Don't have to tuck, I duck hunt. Switch the game on them lame dames. Got a small chick and she all brains. My nickname is Flame Flame, won't never change. I ain't the same, cause I'm turned up, they down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke, still high, stay pumped. Provident, no car note, push your Benz, Mac coat. Top down, downtown, flame, flame, surround sound. Turned up, they down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke, still high and I stay pumped. Provident, no car note, push your Benz, Mac coat. Top down and I'm downtown, flame, flame, surround sound. LA to MIA in that penthouse with my head lay. Rooftop, topless, screaming loud from the balcony. Call Mike, he brought the ride. Drop top, time to slide. Life is good, used to be otherwise. Now it's showtime. Televised, no script, it's the real thing. All gold on them pinky rings. Giving back, had to bless the black Queen King, body boys with them ting tings. Suited up with them duffels packed. No corona hair and a hazmat. Gloved up with a face mask. Got hard cash in those body bags. See hood now, them haters gag. All riches here. Used to be rags, now I'm turned up. They down. I'm up, they stuck. No juice, no smoke. Still high and I stay pumped. Provident, no car note. Push your bins, Mac coat. Top down and I'm downtown. Flame, flame, surround sound. Surround sound.
Yo, we back. Tiffany's still taking a test right now. This love language test. We about to find out
That's a lot of questions.
the love language. I hope you can answer questions and answer questions at the same time.
You gonna have me looking like I'm slow.
No, but I think you're gonna find out a lot about yourself with this.
Now I
love
want to
language.
know. I want to know what it's gonna say.
Yeah, so like, it's important because, you know, we sometimes give people love the way we want to give them love.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know how they really love to be loved, then you doing a disservice. So now you could tell people like, nah, my shit is
this.
Soon as you get
The
it,
test said this is my.
the test said this is what it is. But nah, yeah. But also, be yourself too. So what would you say would be one of the biggest misconceptions about you, Tiffany?
Tiffany, not Mocha.
Not Mocha. We gonna come back to Mocha, but Tiffany, what do you think is the biggest misconception?
A lot of people don't know Tiffany, so I don't really think they have.
They just don't even
the
know.
Misconceptions. Most people don't even take the time to try to figure it out. Like a lot of times when I tell people I work and I've been working for the same company like almost 10 years, they're like, "Huh?"
Right.
Like, yeah. I mean, I've been dancing 20 plus years.
Right. No, say that. Like, listen. First of all, say that, and without embarrassment, because the fact is that people have wanted to see you.
And that's why I still do it. Because
like,
people still ask for me.
You are in high demand still. Like every time I see, like literally, if I see a show and there's some dancers on there and I don't see a name, I'll be like, oh, that's it. I'll be like, all right.
Y'all heard that? That really put me on your show, or she not coming?
Yo, I'm definitely not coming. And I'm just saying, you got a show, and this is how dedicated. What you call me, a supporter?
Yes.
You got a show coming up in Atlanta.
I do.
And if y'all want to go, the show is March. POTUS, we got the flyer. We're gonna do it on the outro too, but we got a flyer. March 12th.
Yes. Naughty by Nature's Arabian Nights birthday party.
Yeah, Arabia. I already know. I feel like I know what you about to wear. Like I feel like
I got some ideas.
I feel like I have an idea what you about to wear. But look, I'm gonna tell you how much of a supporter I am. I did look. If y'all want to go to this, I checked the flights for y'all. They cheap. Like Spirit is like 81. You can get on Delta for like 167 round trip.
Don't ever mention Soul Plane again. Don't none of y'all get on Spirit if y'all want to make
Listen,
it.
if you want to see Mocha for $81 round trip, you don't care about none of that.
No, but Delta has some really cheap flights, and they still have the middle seat open, so it's safe.
Yeah.
COVID. Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely worth it. VIP tables, $250. That ain't bad.
I'm mad. How you know? I don't even know that.
Listen, Mocha. I'm trying to control myself.
I have tickets available if you need some. Inbox me. I still have like 4 or 5 left.
Okay, tickets. Yep. Free tickets?
Depends.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll play a game and give some away.
Oh, you want to give one away right now?
Sure.
Finish your test.
Okay, we could do that.
Oh, you want to give? Okay. Mocha about to give away can I not cheat on this? I don't want to cheat. I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one. You know what? Let me break this up a little bit. We're gonna go to the Human Crush of the Week, real quick before I forget. Our Human Crush of the Week is somebody I just came across, and they are an acclaimed bassist and producer. Their name is S Sweet. They are phenomenal. Like, I love when I find like a black queer musician, amazing person. S Sweet, they just joined the Black in Space movement. You can ignore that. Black in Space movement.
It's cussing me out because they can't see the live. Oh, this is you. They said they was watching a live and you gave me your phone.
I know, that's all right. But they just gonna have to go to but yeah, S Sweet. Follow them. Suge's line 333. I like that because that's my life path number. I was already like, okay, we aligned for sure. Their music sounds kind of like a jazz funk soul sound. They also do poetry, graphic design, and filmmaking. I was just taken away by this person altogether. So shout out to them, S Sweets. follow them and go support them. We still waiting on Mocha's love language test results.
I feel like I'm back in school taking my SATs.
It is. I saw SAT on you. But in the meantime, make sure y'all get those tickets. And Mocha said that she would give away a ticket right here.
Yeah.
So how you want to give it away?
I'm gonna let you figure that out.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
What we want to do?
Let me see. Okay. On tomorrow's story, I'm gonna let y'all. I was gonna tell y'all what Mocha's results were.
Okay.
But instead, I'm gonna see who could pick what Mocha's Tiffany's love language is. That's what we're gonna find out. So if you could pick out which one it is, there's 5 of them. Whoever, I'll do a raffle to whoever got the right one, and y'all get a free ticket. You gotta be in Atlanta though, because don't be wasting this free ticket.
Right, if you're not going.
Yeah, you gotta be in Atlanta and not going.
We have an answer.
Oh, we got an answer. Let's see. I kind of want to talk about this right now. Okay, they might
I
not.
kind of do because I don't know how that came up as the answer.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, we're going to come up with another way. So your number one thing is acts of service.
I don't know.
And why do you...
Well, I think a lot of those questions were like somebody does something for you that they know you're too stressed out to do.
Mm-hmm.
That takes a lot of thought for you to even be paying attention to something that's stressing me out. So I'm assuming that's why maybe I got that answer.
Okay, that's bomb too though. Like,
Yeah.
And then also if somebody knows you're going to work or something to fill up your car for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd be busy, and a lot of times I'd be like, you know, it's so great. I have to mention this. So my brother just moved with me. I've never had a family out here with me.
Congratulations.
Well, actually, my cousin was with me for a couple of years, but she went back east, and now my brother is down here with me. And it's the most amazing thing because I'm so used to being, because I had no choice, independent. I was basically always the man in my house, had to figure out how to do everything. But there's times now, like, he'll go downstairs and he'll be like, your window is dirty. I'm just going to clean it. Like, that type of thing.
Right.
Or he's like, I took your car and I washed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels good to have. And it's not even a factor of what he did. It just feels good to have that support system.
Yeah. So that's why it's your number one, because you appreciate stuff like that.
For sure.
That's beautiful. Also, speaking of family, right? You've been talking about the work that you do. You've been doing this work for a long time in social work. Now that you've seen like the family in the framework of like social work, right, in the system, what do you think is some of the biggest challenges that are facing our families right now?
The biggest challenges that I see in the work that I work in is, and I don't necessarily want to say that that's the reason, but you see a lot of broken homes. You see a lot of people who are down and they just, again, don't have that support system to help them move forward. You know what I mean? Like, we see a lot of people that's like, I just moved out here, I got a job, but I don't have no family, and who's gonna watch my kids? Now I got to quit my job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. Definitely see a lot of that, a lot of poverty stricken. The agency that I work with deals with Watts, Willowbrook area, South LA. So that type of demographic. So you see that a lot. I see a lot of alcohol abuse and things of that nature, for sure.
Do you think that these agencies can actually offer a solution, or do you think it needs to be also like more community involvement to
I think it's a combination of both, for sure. My agency offers different services. There's subsidized childcare. We have a mental health program, family preservation. There's a lot of stuff that they do, but then we also go out and do a lot of stuff in the community that I also volunteer for, whether it's a backpack giveaway or the Christmas parade where we're giving kids toys and stuff like that. So I definitely think the resources that the agency give help, but you definitely need the help in the community where they're living at the same time.
Right. And do you feel like what are your hopes for like your involvement with your company? Well,
honestly, I take pride in, I don't care if I see 20 people a day. If I have that one person that I could tell that providing this service for them, or them being able to get this service and they really need it, is going to be helpful, that's enough for me. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people that just really need it, and they're, sometimes when they come to us, they're at their wit's end. So to see that little glimpse of hope
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm looking at this in an adult, but I know you feeling better about yourself is going to help those kids that are living in the household with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, I love it. I love what I do. Absolutely. Now, granted, it's not always peaches and strawberries, but
Right.
I love it.
Peaches and strawberries. I've never heard somebody say peaches and strawberries.
Now you're going to go home and try it?
No. I'm definitely trying peaches and strawberries from here on out. That's amazing. The family, I think, is like the biggest foundation for for all of us, right? Yeah. And a lot of times we have a lot of trauma and brokenness in these families. Is there therapy going on too? And
absolutely. With the mental health program, most of that is servicing the kids, developmental delays, or just anything that a child could be having a problem with. Yeah,
that's bomb. Well, shout out to you for doing that, and like offering your services to the community and being down and understanding the importance in that. Yeah. So if there was one thing that you wanted us to know about you, Tiffany, what would it be?
I already told you I love food.
I fucking love that shit.
I am I'm into the arts.
Okay.
Should I say any type of arts, whether it's music, live singing, like pre-COVID. If I'm not working or dancing, I'm going to a concert. I'm going to a play. Okay. I've gone to opera shows. Like
I've been wanting to go to an opera for the longest.
I went to the Phantom of the Opera one time. It was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah. And everybody's like, "You're going to see that?" Yes.
I want to go to an opera so bad. I want to. Did you dress up? I want to dress up.
I didn't. I should have though.
I want to dress up, like dress the fuck up and go to an opera so bad.
Yeah.
I went to Washington High School, and like we had the best plays there also. Like the people would come from all over the city to see our plays, and I haven't really felt that outside of that. Like the plays don't be popping like that.
Yeah.
Snooze fest.
The majority of the ones that I've seen have been Black, directed by Black, written by Black people.
Oh, okay.
So I've seen some really pretty good ones.
Let
Independent ones, big ones, small ones, absolutely.
Please DM me if you like know about a play. I'm down for that.
I'll let you know. Let me tell you, I'm signed up for every platform that sells tickets. I get emails for pre-sale because also like I said, I love concerts and all of that, but I'm not going unless I can sit close. So I need to get my tickets early because I need a good seat. Otherwise, I could sit at home and watch it.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. I've took somebody on a date before, and she said that we was kind of far.
Yeah, we watching it on the screen. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we could just be at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
In my basketball shorts and my tank top.
And your tank top, right. And we going to be all the way over here by the lights and the fixtures. Then you could have did this at the house. Yeah. Okay. Concerts. Who's your favorite artist? I'm just curious.
Jagged Edge. How do you not know that?
Wow, I did know that actually.
Forever, all time. That's
I actually
never
did know
gonna
that.
change.
I did know that.
Yes.
Favorite Jagged Edge song?
Oh, there's so many, but What's It Like is probably the first one that. And then when y'all listen to the words and you hear me saying I'm single, you're gonna be like, damn. That kind of actually explains part of what I feel about being single.
Now I'm interested.
What's It Like, Jagged Edge? Check it out.
My favorite Jagged Edge song is Remedy.
Ah, yes. So you do know Little Jagged Edge because that's not like a mainstream type song.
No. That's the right song you put on. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna do some Jagged Edge, put on Remedy. Thank me later.
How about I have some tickets to a concert that they're supposed to be at that was supposed to be last year. They postponed it like 3 times, offered refunds. I don't want my money back. Just let me know when the next day is and when it's going on. Because I'm going.
Let me know when the concert is. Listen, Tiffany, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you.
Myself.
I'm glad. I appreciate you for coming and being vulnerable and talking to us and letting us get to know you, Tiffany, the real you, and teaching us some things. And I hope that you continue to be empowered by this, because I mean, you really are special.
Thank you.
And a legend in the game. One of my favorites. That signature move, this right here when you do this, but. When you do that signature move, that shit is I'm broke after that. So, thank you so much for coming and sharing that with us.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. It was a long time coming. We've been talking about it for a while, but I'm glad that I did it. Absolutely.
And please come back anytime.
Just ask.
Anytime you want to.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the flyer up one more time. Mocha will be in ATL March 12th. I'm trying not to buy tickets.
Can I mention the other show I have? Real
Yes,
quick?
please.
March 6th, I'm in Vegas. That is a male exotic show. March 9th, I'm in Rialto for Tipsy Tuesdays. I post all of the information on my Instagram, so follow me. Atlanta, March 12th, and then back in Vegas, March 20th.
Hey, so you don't got no excuses. You got a chance to catch Mocha anywhere. I will be definitely posting these flyers for y'all, and I might be at Rialto, but that ain't too far. Thank you again so much, Tiffany, for coming. And you already know, it's your girl, Shelly Shell, and I love you for real. I'll catch y'all next week.